Okay, so welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your 5-minute break and used it wisely. The next part of this book, and it's like a rehash. So when they designed this chapter, they did it kind of out of order, and I know it seems kind of confusing. Client consultation record keeping is something that should be discussed in the first part. I don't know why they added it here again. It's a lot of the same stuff we rehashed in the beginning of the chapter as well as in the waxing chapter. Again, you want to know what clients' basic information, demographics, what brought them in there, how they found it. You're going to give them some choices. Their occupation, you want to know what skincare products you're currently using. So if you know they're using like St. Ives or a line that you know is very harsh, it's a good selling point later on that you can just gently kind of explain like, oh, this is why your skin's like this, and educate them that way. You don't ever want to be pushy or argue with a client. So if your client is very headstrong, don't argue, give them the service, have them come back for a service. Don't ever push service on them. You always want to know too, if the client's ever had a facial before, what was good about it, what wasn't good, what could have been different. Always saying, what would you have liked differently is a good way of getting that response. If they had said something like, oh, they forgot to steam, typically two things that you'll forget to do that clients will know is extractions or steaming. Some extractions you can explain to them, heads up, if you're going to do a chemical peel, you don't want to manually manipulate the skin for extractions. We're going to get little cheetah spots because that irritates the skin. You also want to know, different conditions they have. A lot of the same stuff with waxing. Things that, might jump out is like, this is what I'm going to do in the treatment, or, oh, this might be contraindication, maybe we shouldn't do this. You also want to keep a facial record, and what you'll do is you'll have the date, the type of treatment, which will be a cleansing peel. They give you an example of a cleansing peel, relaxing massage by either John or Mary, whatever esthetician is doing it, and then products purchased. Typically, you'll just fill this out, hand it to your desk person, or just keep it in your own record if you're doing your own facials there. Your desk secretary is going to be the one booking this, so you'll have a detailed record of each client under their name, depending on what software you're using. It will have their name and services, prices paid, and products bought. So also know, too, that when you have the consultation, you also want to recommend products. This is usually done at the end of it. What you can do is when you recommend the products, use the same products you're going to retail on the client, and if they say, oh, this feels good, take the product off the shelf, physically put it in their hand, and then point and show them. That's how you sell. You have to use a lot of psychology skills like that, sound charismatic. Always do a soft sell where you're not going to be super like, buy this, buy this, buy this. You always want to tell. When I say tell, not sell, so put it in their hand and say, oh, this really good toner right here, this has some plant-based extracts. It's very gentle. I noticed you were complaining your skin was dry. If you use this at home, it'll keep your skin and maintain the facial I've just done. That way when you come back, your skin will be in even better condition and will get better results. Or if they're complaining about aging, you can sell them on like your retinol treatments and again, put the product in their hand. Always ask the client what their budget is. Sometimes they'll say, I'll take the cleanser and toner, but I'll maybe get the moisturizer later, or I'll have one. Don't argue with them. Let them buy what they want to buy, and maybe when they come back, they'll get what they want or what you recommend. So always know that skin analysis is important. They give another example that if the skin is oily, it'll often look shiny or greasy. I have like a tickle in my throat. If the skin is dry, it may look flaky, and list that in your consultation form. On to massage. So massage is one of the most relaxing parts of getting a facial or any kind of treatment. Massage is the manual or mechanical manipulation of the body by rubbing, gently pinching, kneading, tapping, or other movements to increase metabolism and circulation, to promote absorption, and to relieve pain. Cosmetologists massage their clients to help keep the facial skin healthy and facial muscles firm. To master massage techniques, you may have a basic knowledge of anatomy and physiology, as well as considerable practice in performing the various movements. It is important, if you use a firm, secure touch when giving a massage. To do this, you must develop flexible hands, a quiet temperament, and self-control. They also say to promote yourself. This is a business skill. Always get the client's email or even Instagram handle. That way, Instagram's more modern. Email is becoming a little outdated. They say to mail the client something for the birthday, but I think that if you just message them on Instagram or give them like a discount, if your spa allows it, if you're not a chain spa, doing something like that's more personal. It says, oh, like they're caring for me, they're following up. Always don't, and feel free to follow up on your client. So after you give them a treatment, follow up a week later or something and say, hey, how's your skin been since I did the treatment? And they'll respond, oh, well. Or if you put a photo of them on Instagram, tag them on it, and that allows for them to respond with a good comment. Know that when you're a cosmetologist, your services are limited to certain areas of the body: scalp, face, neck, shoulders, and upper chest, and the hands and arms, feet, and lower legs. Therapeutic massage, such as deep muscle massage, deep tissue massage, and lymph drainage. Should only be performed by therapists specializing in various kinds of tissues. Therapeutic massage requires specialized training, and in many cases, you have to be a licensed massage therapist, an LMT. Know your anatomy, know how to make your hands do the things you want to do. This comes with time, knowing how much pressure to put in there. I know one of the stereotypes is that when you have a male esthetician, like if I come in to do a facial on someone, they're gonna get a very firm touch. I've had people freak out and say, oh no, don't go firm, go a little soft. Know that you want to always file your nails. If you're a female or a male, keep them short. You don't want these long, especially if you have shaped nails on that are like almost like witch's nails. You don't want them tapping your face or vigorously rubbing. That's going to hurt. You always want to keep your skin dry, oily. You want to put a massage cream on them. If your skin is dry, it's going to feel really gross and uncomfortable to the client. Also know that nothing is worse than either getting a finger injury, such as breaking your finger, spraining your finger, getting a really bad cut where you need a band-aid, because that will impact how you massage. And typically if you just, obviously if you break your arm, you're not going to be able to give a client a facial. You'll probably have to take off or figure something out. But always let a client know, just in case something happens. So always know that the direction of movement is always from the insertion of the muscle to the origin. The insertion is the point of the muscle at the more movable attachment, where it is attached to another muscle or to a movable bone or joint. The origin point of the muscle at the fixed attachment, such as to an immovable section of the skeleton. Massaging a muscle in the wrong direction could result in a loss of resiliency and sagging of the skin and muscles. So if you, for example, when we massage a face, you're always massaging upward. You're not taking this and massaging down, because if you pull down on your face, you're going to cause wrinkles and sagging. Know that effleurage, we're going to talk about the specific types. Some of these you'll demonstrate for a state board if you are in Jersey. With, doing your facial movements, you're going to demonstrate effleurage, petrissage, and tapotement. So effleurage is a light, continuous stroking movement applied in a slow, rhythmic manner with the fingers. Digital effleurage, or the palms, which is palmar effleurage. No pressure is used. The palms work at large surfaces, and the cushions of the fingertips work the small surfaces, such as those around the eyes. Effleurage is frequently used on the forehead, face, scalp, back, shoulders, neck, chest, arms, and hands for its soothing and relaxing effect. Every massage should begin and end with effleurage. So you'll always start at the neck, start with effleurage, and then end with effleurage. Some massages do end with tapotement, where you just tap on the product, and then you'll gently feather off the effleurage, and then you're done. So they tell you how to perform effleurage. This I'll show you on a mannequin at some point, because it's kind of too hard if you just word it out. You have to see it visually. The next type of effleurage is not effleurage, sorry. There's only one type of effleurage, that's effleurage. Petrissage, there's two types of petrissage. There's regular petrissage and there's fulling. Petrissage is kneading movements performed by lifting, squeezing, and pressing the tissue with a light, firm pressure. It offers deeper stimulation to the muscles, nerves, and skin glands, and improves circulation. They're usually limited to the back of shoulders and arms. Fulling is another form of petrissage, where the tissue is grasped and gently lifted and spread out. The technique is used mainly for massaging the arms. In friction, there is a deep rubbing movement in which you apply pressure to the skin with your fingers or palms while moving over an underlying structure. Friction has been known to have a significant benefit on the circulation and glandular activity of the skin. Circular friction movements are typically used on the scalp, arms, and hands. Light circular friction is used on the face and neck. Chucking, rolling, and wriggling are versions of friction. In chucking, this is a grasping of the flesh firmly in one hand and moving the hand up and down along the bone while the other hand keeps the arm in a steady position. In rolling, you're going to press and twist the tissue with fast back and forth movement. And with wriggling, various movement in which the hand placed a little distance apart on both sides of the client's arm or leg, and working downward, applying twisting motion against the bones in the opposite direction. You'll typically see friction when you're doing this method of the forehead if you've seen me do that in my other videos. Types of petrissage, you'll do this. Tapotement, this is known as percussion, and it's quick tapping methods. So with tapotement, it's usually when you're going like that, kind of tapping it in there. It can feel very relaxing if you are in the zone, you have the good spa music going, and someone does it for you. On your own face, you don't really feel as much. In facial massage, use a light digital tapping. Bring your fingers down against the skin in rapid succession. You want your fingers flexible enough to create an even force over the area being massaged. In slapping movements, keep your wrists flexible. Allow your palm to come in contact with the skin in light, firm, rapid slapping movements. One hand follows with each slapping stroke. So slapping, you're not going to really use on the face. Otherwise, if you're going like that, it's going to not feel so good or make your client really upset. Slapping, you're going to do for like a back thing, something like that, or a chest area. Hacking is a chopping movement performed with the edges of the hands. Both the wrists and hands move alternately in fast, light, firm, flexible motions against the skin. Hacking and slapping movements are used only to massage back, shoulders, and arms. Vibration is a rapid shaking of the body part while the balls of the fingertips are pressed firmly on point of application. The movement is accompanied by rapid muscular contractions in your arms. It is highly relaxing movement and should only be applied at the end of the massage. Deep vibration in combination with other classical massage movements can be produced by the use of mechanical vibrator to stimulate blood circulation and increase muscle tone. So know that before you perform a massage, you want to look at the client's health form. If they have any contraindications, don't do it. Some people you don't want to massage their face. So for example, if someone's going through like chemotherapy and their skin's really fragile, it's not something you want to vigorously massage. What you could do is just put the products on, be very gentle, avoid the massage. If the client's on blood thinners or just had a major surgery, you don't want to do that. Just gently apply the products and then charge them for the facial. Know that every muscle has a motor point, which is a point on the skin that covers the muscle where pressure or stimulation will cause contraction of that muscle. They give you some examples on the face where you want to touch. It varies on different body structures too, but know that a few manipulations in the proper motor points will relax the client entirely. You just got to hit the right areas. In sinus relief treatment, you're actually hitting a certain muscle that will open up the sinus, allow it to drain, and that feels incredible if your sinuses have been backed up. Know that relaxation is achieved through light but firm, slow, rhythmic movements or very slow, light hand vibrations over the motor point for a short period of time. Another technique is to pause briefly over the motor points using light pressure. So where you hold down and just kind of stimulate that pressure point. If you successfully apply it, you'll get different functions in the body. If you look at reflexology for foot massage, that's an example of this. The area being massaged shows increased circulation, secretion, nutrition, and excretion. Excrete the toxins, secrete the good stuff that you want. Know that skin and all structures are nourished with a good massage. Skin becomes softer, more pliable. Activity of skin glands is stimulated. Nerves are soothed and rested. You're going to have an emotional well-being for the client. They're going to feel calmer, and pain may be relieved if you massage correctly. So know that there's different types of facial manipulations. Should it become necessary to move your hands on the face after doing a facial massage, know that you never just want to stop like this because that's going to shock the client. Always gently feather off like that. Don't be going like this and then nothing. Start vigorously and then work slowly, finish your massage, and then just go just like that. And that's how you feather. So there's all kinds of movements you can use. The book provides a whole bunch of movements. Again, I'll show this on another clip. There's some optional massages. Typically in states, you're going to limit the cosmetologist to only the face, neck, legs, and shoulders, and so you can't do a back facial. The way you get around it is you say back facial, not back massage, even though it might be the same thing and you're doing more products in the back, like a back peel or an AHA peel or a glycolic peel. Or microdermabrasion in the back. You'll call it a back facial. If you call it a back massage, that is illegal because it's out of your scope of practice. I'll give you another example. This is a cool one to help you remember it. So if you are a therapist, such as an LCSW, LPC, all that, you don't perform family therapy. You have a family participation or a family meeting. Family therapy is only for a marriage family therapist. That's how you remember that. Just like massage therapy is only for a massage therapist. If you're an esthetician cosmetologist, you can provide a back treatment or a back facial, but never a back massage. But massage is part of your back facial. That's how you get around that. All these little things that you have to know. Know that with back massage, typically it's a little bit more difficult to massage if you're not used to it. Use your thumbs and bent index finger to grasp the tissue at the back of the neck. Rotate 6 times, repeat over the shoulder. Remove cream, wet tissue, or warm moist towel. So if you're using any kind of massage cream, take a steam towel, put it on the client, and remove all that cream. That way they're not getting greasy stuff all over the shirt or clothes. What I will do here is you'll get another early break, and when we get back, we'll go into the types of facial equipment we use when doing facials and treatments. And then if we have time, we'll try to finish it there. If not, we'll just divide it up and finish up additional concerns. So have a nice 5-minute break, enjoy it, and I'll be back.